Cam Tate had a question for you. He wanted to know about how coming from behind as a team can help build confidence the more you do it.
Absolutely, and it's not easy coming from behind, especially against a good team like the Maple Leafs. But I've said this many times where we don't get frustrated. We stick with the game plan. We don't have to alter anything drastically. We don't have to cheat on offense. We just have to work hard and make the little plays. And overall, I think we should have some goals, more goals during the game. And sometimes it doesn't work out. Goaltender plays well. You get in the breaks, whatever it is. But we, shown it many times. If we just stick with it, we have come through lately, and we just have to continue doing that.
The game obviously didn't start the way you would have wanted. They got some pretty good momentum there early. As a coach, are you sitting there thinking, like, maybe there's some small things I can try and do to affect the way this is going? What role do you play in trying to make some adjustments early for that?
As a coach, you can always make adjustments, but a lot of times coaches are making adjustments and really has no impact on the game. Yeah, we got off to a slow start. I didn't like it. They're a good team. Throughout the game, there's going to be pushes from the opposition where they're the better team, and there's going to be times when we're the better team. And hopefully, over the course of the game, we're the better team more often. And there was chances or times during the game where we're looking to maybe make changes later in the game. We did some things, offensive zone face-offs. I believe we scored two goals, putting Leon and Connor together. One with Kane, one with McLeod that led to goals. We made little adjustments there, but ultimately the game's about the players. Players usually figure it out. It's up to them to execute, and they have been.
I just wanted to get your thinking about putting McLeod on that line with McDavid and Draisaitl.
Well, I thought he had a heck of a game. And then there's also the time of game where you look at ice times and who had been out there at a certain time, and are they tired? And there's a lot of decisions making at that moment. And I think at the time, McLeod was fresh, where a lot of other guys weren't, and also he had a pretty good game so far. So that ultimately led to my decision.
Yeah, and Stuart Skinner, another great game from him. Just some thoughts on his play tonight.
Skins has been great. He's been great for a long time and solid right from day one since I've been here. That's what I've seen, and right now he's been spectacular. Tonight I thought we had more zone time. We were in their end a little bit more, but I think we had the breakdowns. They had more grade A scoring chances, and that's where he came up huge. And there's late in the first period, I don't know, about 5 minutes left, or I'm not sure when it happened, but that one-time save he made off, I believe, of Holmberg, that was, we're down 2, we're going into the second period, and that might be a little bit different, but, he was very key for us.
Kris, I just want to go back to the question before about the, putting McLeod on that line with Draisaitl and McDavid there. Did the Hyman hit a little bit earlier from McCabe have anything to do with that? Is Hyman okay?
No, that line had been out there. They were tired. McDavid's still a pretty good player even when he's tired. And I think with Ryan and Hyman, I think they'd been out there for a while. So we left Connor out there, put Leon out there. And I think Leon's line was out there a little bit longer before. And Kane and Fogle, weren't quite rested. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think that's what ultimately led to my decision there.
I don't think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Hyman took another shift after that hit. Do you have any update, or am I out?
Oh, he's fine. Yeah. No, he's banged up, needs an ice bag or two, but he's good.
So what was it like getting Ryan McLeod back in the lineup tonight and just being able to kind of move him around a little bit and the contribution he's had kind of at center there?
As a coach, it's nice to have versatility, being able to manage your lineup a little bit. You need a little more speed on the wings or center depth, whatever it is. But I look at our centermen tonight, and I was very happy with them. I thought they played really well. with, Connor played great, Leon too. Hammy in his role in the fourth line, he contributed a lot, spent a lot of time in the offensive zone. McLeod on that third line, they had a pretty good game. They scored a huge goal, setting up Ryan there. Yeah, it's nice having him back.
Kris, how are you looking at this 11 game? Just a number for you guys right now, or how are you kind of looking at keeping this thing going?
Yeah, we're enjoying it. Absolutely. It's be ignorant to say that it's not on our minds and it's not something we feel good about. But I think what's more important is when we look at the standings and we see the teams that are, we're in a playoff picture right now. We got a wild card and we see teams right behind us. And if we take a couple games off, we're going to be out of the playoff picture again. But then we're also looking at teams above us and we're within striking distance. We can maybe pass them guys. And so, yeah, the streak is nice, but the standings is more important.
It's pretty unique, though. You're making history as you go here every game. Is that kind of in the back of everyone's mind?
I don't think so. I think we're trying to set ourselves up as best possible for the playoffs. One, setting up ourselves for the playoffs is getting there, and that's the ultimate goal right now.
Kris, when you're behind the bench and your goaltender gets to run over twice, or do you holding your breath, especially with Stu playing all these games?
Absolutely, and it's not that their guys, deliberately run their goalies. That usually gets the ire of coach quite a bit. But I don't think they're malicious by any means. Any goaltender, you hold your breath. They're very valuable pieces to your team. Same with some of your skaters. But goaltenders are very important, especially when they're playing as well as Stewart is right now. But that's part of the game, and hopefully everything's okay.
And Zach, does he get a goal called back every game?
Yeah, for as many goals as he had, it's amazing, how many more he could have if it wasn't for the ones that have called back on him. But hopefully they'll stop getting called back.
Especially considering how beautiful a goal that was. He scored.
That was a heck of a goal. That's a shame. They should almost ignore it was offside just because it was such a pretty goal.
I'm sure you would like that, but the other team was not. Thank you.
So it's one thing to have a lot of skill on your team, but poise and belief and character, those kind of seem to be the tools that are being sharpened now. How important is that moving forward for this team?
We're working on our all-around game, whether it's defending, blocking shots, our breakouts, goal scoring. We're not happy with anything right now. There's times throughout the season where something's going to be really good and something's been neglected and it's falling apart. And we need to address it and move on and fix that problem and move on to the next thing. So right now, I think we're very happy with the team defense. I think guys are committed, checking, we're moving our feet, forwards and defensemen. And when there are breakdowns, our goalies have played really well. But, we're starting to slip and having more breakdowns than we typically like. Maybe we will correct those and try and correct that.
Just on Stu Skinner and the workload, I mean, was this the plan for him to play this much, or did the streak have something to do with that? And where are you at on managing his fatigue levels?
No, absolutely. We're managing his workload. You look at our schedule through the month of January, it's pretty light. We never play back-to-back games, 3 days a week, 3 games a week. Obviously when we hit March and April, it changes quite a bit. But we kind of have a plan. Our coaching staff gets together. We kind of have a plan, talk about what do you think is best for us moving forward. And we usually look 2 or 3 weeks ahead. And, some things are set. That's definitely going to be a Stewart's game. And this one's maybe 50-50. We'll see how it goes. We think about practice time and back-to-back, the opposition, all those kind of things right now. And how well the goalies are playing right now. Does it look like he needs a break? But right now, the plan was for him to have a significant amount of games in January.